There are days when I can't separate racism from me, and the slights and snubs become very painful and personal. I wrestle with racism, but prefer to do it silently inside my head. When I'm confronted with it publicly, it opens up a different set of challenges. When I am about 8 or 9 years old, a group of kids and I go to the corner store of Brickley's to get some candy. I am the only child of color in the group. I am excited because it is my first visit to the store without any adults. I am given a quarter and told by my mom to hold my brother's hand as I cross the busy street. Brickley's is a small corner store where you purchase convenient items instead of going to the grocery store. They sell toiletries and candy. I'm only there for the candy. When we enter the store, I go right to the candy racks and quickly pick up a bag of Gold Rush gum. This is gum that is packaged in the shape of gold nuggets and comes in a small bag with a drawstring on the top. I have been envisioning this candy the whole time it has taken us to walk the 2 blocks to the store. I reach in my pocket, pull out my quarter, and give it to the old Italian woman who runs the store. I put the candy in my pocket and stand to the side of the counter, waiting for my friends to make their selections. A few moments later, the Italian woman begins pointing at me and yelling. Her Italian accent is thick, which makes it difficult to understand what she is saying. The tone and volume of her voice makes it obvious that something is wrong, but I can't understand her. She then points at my pocket and holds out her hand. She then points to the palm of her hand. I'm still confused and shocked and scared. One of my older friends picks up what she is trying to say. She wants me to pay for the candy in my pocket. The candy that I just paid for not 5 minutes ago. It is plain to me that I paid for it because the quarter I was given is no longer in my pocket. I try to explain to the excited store owner that I have already given her my one and only quarter. She demands I pay for the gum, and in her broken English, she clearly says, "You steal." I try again to explain I have already paid for the candy, but she just keeps yelling, "You steal, you steal." I stand there, accused of stealing, in front of my new white friends, and no one knows what to do. They were all consumed with picking out their candy, so no one was paying attention when I paid for my candy. I am still relatively new to the neighborhood, and they don't know me well enough to know if I would or wouldn't try to steal some candy. I stand on that cold concrete floor, frozen, not knowing what to do, and envisioning the police coming and escorting me out in handcuffs in front of my new friends. Thankfully, an older white gentleman in the store sees what is happening. He bends down and asks me, "Did you pay for that candy, son?" I nod my head, because speech would cause the tears dammed up behind my eyes to flow. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a quarter, and puts it on the counter. My friends conclude their transactions, and we all return home. We never speak about the incident in Brickley's again, and I vow never to go back. Looking back on the incident, I am convinced I was targeted because I was black. I still wrestle with wondering whether she did this consciously or subconsciously, but it doesn't matter. I truly think she believed either that I had stolen from her or that it was only a matter of time before I would steal from her. Instead of putting the blame on this bitter, shallow-minded Italian woman, I shoulder the blame. I thought there was something I could have done to prevent this incident from happening. I was also ashamed to bring the negative attention to my new friends. They were being linked to a thief, and I felt bad that they were given that association. That day in the small 10 by 20 foot store, I lost some height. Leaving the store, I walked out smaller than when I walked in, and the concepts of race and racism continue to be cloudy with a chance of persecution. A few years later, on this same 2-block walk, we would be confronted by 3 young black thieves, and I would have to question whether the stereotypes the Italian woman believed were reality.